My name is Kylie, and today I invite you to join me on a journey that defies explanation, a journey that has completely transformed my understanding of faith, fasting, and divine intervention. Have you ever experienced a moment so profound that it shattered everything you thought you knew about life? I did. My story begins on a cool September morning in 2023, a day that started with deep spiritual longing and ended with revelations that continued to shape my every thought and action. There was something in the air that promised more than what met the eye. I had been drawn to a water-only fast for months. This wasn't just a physical challenge, it was a spiritual calling, a way to open my heart to hidden truths and to clear away the noise of everyday life. I spent nights reading ancient texts and meditating on verses that spoke of sacrifice and renewal. On that fateful morning, I woke before dawn with an intense inner pull. The air was crisp and the sky, painted with the first hints of light, whispered promises of renewal. Every heartbeat resonated with anticipation, as if the universe itself was waiting for something miraculous to unfold. I felt that something extraordinary was about to be revealed, a secret waiting patiently just beyond the edge of ordinary perception. I set out on my journey to an early prayer meeting, eager to connect with others who shared my passion for spiritual growth. The streets were empty, the soft glow of dawn bathing everything in a dreamlike light. I drove slowly, letting my mind wander and my soul prepare for what lay ahead. A gentle mist clung to the pavement, and the quiet of the morning created an atmosphere that was both eerie and beautiful. I turned on worship music and let the familiar lyrics fill my heart with comfort, each note intertwining with my silent prayers. Every mile I drove seemed to deepen the mystery, as if the world itself was hinting at secrets waiting to be unveiled. Then, in an instant, everything changed. Navigating an old avenue bordered by ancient trees whose gnarled branches whispered secrets of the past, a sudden flash of headlights and the piercing screech of tires shattered the fragile calm. A pickup truck, reckless and out of control, hurtled through a red light. In the blink of an eye, chaos erupted. The impact was catastrophic. Metal twisted against metal with a force so intense it sent shockwaves through my entire being. In that terrifying moment, the roar of the collision, the shattering of glass, and the anguished cries around me melded into a single, overwhelming surge of pain and confusion. I couldn't have predicted the devastation that would follow, and my heart raced with the shock of it all. In that split second, as the world around me descended into turmoil, I lost my grip on time and space. I was no longer anchored in my body. Instead, I became a silent observer, a witness to events unfolding with surreal clarity. Hovering above the wreckage, I saw the frantic movements of paramedics rushing to the scene. Their faces were etched with urgency and compassion, their hands moving swiftly to try and save a life that seemed so fragile in that moment. Every detail, the terrified eyes of bystanders, the defeated slump of the truck driver, was captured as though etched in a film reel that played on in slow motion. The experience left me with more questions than answers, and I wondered how something so shocking could feel almost detached from reality. As I drifted above the chaos, an overwhelming calm began to replace the terror. The harsh sounds gradually faded into a distant murmur, and I felt a gentle pull drawing me away from the scene. It was as if an unseen hand guided me upward, lifting me from the wreckage and into a state of serene detachment. Suddenly, I found myself traveling through a tunnel of pure, radiant light, a living, pulsating energy that enveloped me in warmth and peace. In that moment, all fear, pain, and confusion melted away, replaced by a calm so profound it defied explanation. I sensed that I was being taken somewhere beyond the confines of what I knew, a realm where ordinary rules no longer applied. I cannot fully explain what it felt like to journey through that luminous corridor. Time lost its meaning as each second stretched into an eternity, then slipped away unnoticed. The light pulsed around me, guiding me with a vibrant energy that seemed to speak directly to my soul. I sensed the divine's presence, a quiet assurance that I was exactly where I needed to be, on the threshold of something far greater than I could imagine. It was intimate, like sharing a secret with an old friend who knew the depths of your heart, hinting at mysteries that lay just beyond the visible world. I wondered what lay at the end of that tunnel, and if I was ready for the revelations that awaited me. Then, as suddenly as it began, the tunnel of light opened up to reveal a breathtaking landscape beyond my wildest dreams. I emerged into a realm of indescribable beauty. Soft, ethereal hues painted the sky in colors I had never seen, and the air was filled with a gentle, harmonious melody that seemed to arise from the very fabric of existence. Every element of this world appeared to sing praises to the divine, signaling that I had stepped into a space that transcended the physical plane. It was as if I had entered a sanctuary where every detail was infused with meaning and every sound carried a message of hope. In that wondrous realm, I encountered a presence that radiated unparalleled compassion and authority. It was Jesus. His form was both familiar and awe-inspiring, a perfect blend of strength, tenderness, and mystery that defied any single description. His eyes shone with a depth of understanding and love that seemed to pierce straight into my soul, inviting me to see beyond my limited perspective. When he spoke, his voice was both commanding and soothing, resonating within me as though it were a part of my very being. "Kylie," he said softly, "I have brought you here to reveal truths that your heart has yearned for, but your eyes have not yet seen." In that moment, I knew that my life was about to change in ways I could barely comprehend. At that moment, everything took on new meaning. Jesus began to reveal the deeper dimensions of fasting, a spiritual discipline that transcended the mere act of abstaining from food. He explained that fasting is a powerful tool that tears open the barrier between earth and heaven, allowing divine light and energy to flood into our lives. I watched, completely entranced, as he showed me visions of golden threads stretching from the earth up into the heavens, a divine network woven by the sincere fasting of believers through the ages. Each of these threads, he explained, is a connection between you and the divine. When you fast with a pure heart, you invite the light of heaven to shatter the darkness that clouds your soul. I marveled at the hidden power of this ancient practice, realizing that what I had always seen as a personal sacrifice was, in fact, a channel to something infinitely greater. What I witnessed next was nothing short of miraculous. In a series of vivid visions, I saw the faces and stories of historical figures whose lives had been transformed by faith and fasting. I saw Moses alone on Mount Sinai, enduring a 40-day fast as he communed with God and received the law. I saw Daniel, resolute in his faith, fasting amid looming dangers as spiritual darkness threatened entire nations. Beyond these renowned figures, I witnessed countless ordinary believers, men and women whose quiet, steadfast sacrifices had set in motion ripples of divine intervention that altered the course of history. Every vision was a testament to the immense power that resides in a sincere commitment to fasting and prayer, a power that reshapes lives in ways that defy logic. Yet the revelations did not end there. Jesus guided me even deeper into this extraordinary spiritual journey, leading me through an intricate tapestry of divine mysteries. I beheld the power of corporate fasting. When communities come together in collective prayer and abstention, their unified spirit creates a force so potent that it builds a protective armor against the encroaching darkness. I saw groups of believers whose hearts beat in perfect synchrony, their prayers merging into one mighty wave capable of breaking the chains of despair and igniting hope in the most desolate places. The strength of unity in faith struck me as a force that could change entire communities, transforming lives on a scale I had never imagined. As the visions unfolded, I began to understand that fasting is not just a temporary act of discipline, it reconfigures our very spiritual DNA. The sacrifice of hunger opens hidden pathways in our souls, heightening our sensitivity to the gentle whispers of the Holy Spirit. This newfound spiritual authority lingers long after the fast is over. It isn't about earning favor through suffering, it's about aligning our inner essence with heaven's eternal purpose. Through fasting, our worship deepens, our prayers gain unprecedented power, and our connection with the divine becomes richer and more profound than ever before. I started to see fasting as the key that unlocked an entirely new level of spiritual awareness. Slowly, I felt the pull drawing me back toward my physical existence. I awoke in a hospital room, surrounded by astonished doctors and nurses who marveled at my survival. Their eyes widened as they recounted the near-fatal accident, detailing catastrophic injuries that, against all odds, had left no lasting marks on my body. For them, it was a medical marvel. For me, it was undeniable evidence of the extraordinary journey I had just experienced, a glimpse into a realm beyond the ordinary. I carried a secret that defied conventional explanation, a truth that lay hidden in the spaces between life and death. I knew from that day forward that my life had been forever changed. But fate had more in store for me. A few months later, during another period of deep prayer and extended fasting, I encountered a second, even more profound event. One quiet night, while I was alone in my bedroom, fully immersed in prayer, my heart suddenly faltered. For a few precious minutes, it stopped beating altogether. In that suspended moment between life and death, I was once again transported to that luminous realm, a place of indescribable beauty and mystery. I braced myself for yet another encounter that would redefine everything I thought I understood about existence. This time, the encounter was even more intimate. Jesus appeared before me with a warmth and tenderness that enveloped me like a long-forgotten embrace. His smile was gentle, and his eyes shone with an encouraging light that felt as though a secret had been shared solely between close friends. "Kylie," he said softly, "I have returned to show you the fruit of your faith." In that second vision, I witnessed not only the spiritual connections forged through fasting, but also the tangible impact they had on countless lives. I saw communities healing, relationships mending, and long-held battles finally being won. Every act of genuine sacrifice sent ripples far beyond what I had ever imagined, touching lives in ways that were both subtle and profound. In one particularly moving vision, I saw vast spiritual reservoirs, hidden wells of divine provision built up over years of dedicated fasting. These reservoirs were like treasures buried deep within the soul, accessible in times of need, capable of providing strength, comfort, and sustenance when life's challenges seemed insurmountable. Jesus explained that this spiritual inheritance isn't something we earn by our own might, it's a gift, granted to those who humbly align themselves with His eternal purpose. When you fast, he told me, you create space in your soul for the overflowing blessings of heaven, a space that nourishes you long after the physical fast ends. I began to understand that the true riches of faith lay not in material wealth, but in the secret depths of our spirit. Throughout these extraordinary encounters, one truth remained clear: the power of fasting does not lie in self-denial alone, it lies in the sacred partnership with the divine that is forged through every sacrifice. Every moment of hunger became a channel through which heaven's power flowed into my life. Jesus emphasized that true strength comes not from the act of fasting itself, but from the purity of heart that accompanies it. You are already loved beyond measure, he said. Fasting is the key to unlocking the deeper mysteries of my kingdom. It is an invitation to embrace the fullness of the life I have prepared for you. His words filled me with an unshakable sense of purpose and the desire to share this gift with others. As I gradually returned to the rhythm of everyday life, the memories of those profound encounters continued to guide me. I knew I had been given a sacred mission, to share the truth I had witnessed and to inspire others to awaken the hidden potential within themselves. Even in a world rife with uncertainty, every act of sincere fasting promised transformation, a promise that our inner light could shine brilliantly even in the darkest moments. I realized that the journey had only just begun and that the secrets I had learned were meant to be shared. Before my time in that divine realm drew to a close, Jesus entrusted me with one final command, a charge to carry these revelations back into the world. Tell my people, he said, that the battles ahead will demand a level of spiritual preparedness that only a deep, heartfelt commitment to fasting can provide. The power lies not in the fast itself, but in the connection it creates, a connection that frees you from every chain of darkness and empowers you to build a future illuminated by hope and divine purpose. His words echoed in my soul, a constant reminder that our choices in moments of sacrifice resonate through eternity. I felt compelled to share this newfound wisdom with everyone I encountered, hoping that it might spark a flame of transformation in their hearts as well. Now, as I stand before you, I share my story with both humility and urgency. I have witnessed firsthand the transformative power of biblical fasting, a discipline that not only strengthens the body but fortifies the spirit against life's challenges. The journey is never easy. It demands surrender, discipline, and a steadfast trust in something far greater than ourselves. Yet, the rewards are immeasurable: a deeper communion with the divine, a renewed sense of purpose, and the power to face every obstacle with unwavering faith. I now invite you to take this step toward a deeper understanding of your own life, a step that might just change everything. I invite you to reflect on these truths. Will you let fear and complacency hold you back, or will you embrace the call to a transformative relationship with the divine? Dare to fast, not as a mere ritual, but as a sacred practice that opens you to endless possibilities of divine love, healing, and protection. The choice is yours, and the journey begins with one brave, decisive step. I trust you'll find the strength to explore the mysteries waiting for you, even if they seem hidden in plain sight. I encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's build a community that supports one another on this walk of faith, a community that embraces both the challenges and the miracles in our shared journey. As you reflect on my story, ask yourself, how will you answer the call? How will you let your light shine even amid darkness? I look forward to hearing your voice as part of this growing movement of transformation and hope. Remember, every act of sincere fasting is more than an abstention from food. It is a declaration of faith, a statement of trust, and a powerful act of spiritual warfare against the forces that keep us in shadow. The divine is calling, and it is up to each of us to respond with courage, conviction, and an unyielding belief that through fasting, we can transform our lives and the world around us. I believe that together, we can spark a revolution of hope and renewal. The road ahead may be uncertain, but one thing remains crystal clear: the time for spiritual awakening is now, and the path of fasting is the gateway to a future filled with hope, healing, and divine purpose. I invite you to take the first step on this journey with me, to embrace the mystery and let your spirit soar. If you feel moved by this journey, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell icon to receive updates on future testimonies and inspirational content. Join our community in the comments below, share your thoughts, your experiences, and let's support each other as we seek a deeper connection with the divine. Your voice matters, and together, we can ignite a movement of hope, faith, and transformation.